another Kickstarter critique. We're taking a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm actually excited to be checking out the 11th most excited project today. 11th most popular project, not the 11th most exciting project. That'd be a really hard one to quantify. That is Wildscale Swamps expansions for explorers of the woodland. I do not know anything about the original base game, but I will say I do like the fact they already mentioned it's an expansion. So can you do it? One of the three big questions you need to answer is already answered. I also can see that there's a big wooden boat here, so they're showcasing their deluxeified component. I don't know why I need a big wooden boat, but fine. I see the box. It looks larger than your typical box, so you're setting me up for, I imagine, an $80-ish to $100 price point. I imagine there'll be a deluxeified with a bunch of fancy crap in it too, and the base game. Looking at the main image, I'm sure there's more you could tell me. I'd love to know the player link, the time count, and age. Venture into the Wildscale Swamps, meet a new hero, face fierce foes, and explore a fresh campaign in the mystery-filled expansion. Ooh, I do like the fact there's a campaign. So just fun it on Kickstarter feels useless. I definitely feel like there's more stuff we could focus on here, and then maybe just get rid of some, because some of the stuff is so far zoomed out. I don't know if it really helps you that much. At the end of the day, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I know a big box. I'm set up for a big price. I already know it's an expansion. As always with the video. Oh, I didn't even... Really? So there's screen printed meeples. Those just blended in completely. I want to go back. See how I missed those. Yeah, they just kind of blend in there. See, that's what I'm saying. The color palette is so oddly chosen that I didn't even notice that there are wooden meeples down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Just not a great main image. I don't feel like it really focuses on much of anything, and as a result, it doesn't focus on much of anything, which is bad. As always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. I do like that box. 103. I've already wasted 10% of that on theme.
Welcome to Wildscale Swamps, explorers.
Okay. So now we're talking. So that's that big plastic boat thing. Those are really nice. Like that, honestly, I'd zoom in on this. Because that's pretty much what you were showing me there, but you were so far zoomed out that it didn't really help. But how many things could... Yeah, so that looks really good. It also reminds me of other games that are probably better than your game. Not insulting you, but it reminds me of Root. And Root's like one of the top 10 games of all time. It's not an insult. It's just, it is what it is. 1 to 5 players, 60 minutes, ages 10 plus. Yeah, that's why I would put that on the marquee. That needs to fit on there somewhere. That's a really nice sweet spot. Lightish, medium weight game. Especially with that expansion, adding a new asymmetric race, I'm in.
Get ready to hop on new adventures, alone or now with up to 4 other players in this expansion to Explorers of the Woodlands. This expansion is packed with new dangers, challenges and rewards, including a 5th playable hero, Athu, 2 new forests.
Ooh, I like how you showcase how that works, how the cards get tucked underneath
Athu.
there. It also gets me excited for having cards underneath there. Okay, cool.
2 new forest tiles and 10 brand new swamp river tiles, and a rowboat to navigate them. Even more unique hero power cards for all heroes, 2 new card types, amulets and swamp fever cards, 3 new types of challenging monsters and 3 new fierce bosses, and so much more. Over 20 new items, thorns cards, exciting events, encounters, and...
Okay, I'm in, I'm done. Do I want it? Yes, I do. As a return, because I always go look at this from 2 perspectives. As a returning fan, and as someone who doesn't know about the game. As a returning fan, I think they did a spectacular job spotlighting exactly what is new. If you're here and you like us, here's what's new. 20 of these juicy cards, 2 new types of cards, that 5th playable asymmetric character, this, that, that was great. Just blunt, forward, but at the same time, in being blunt and telling me what was in it, you also showcase some of it well here. And as someone who's never played the game, I say, oh, 20 more of these cards, which as you can see, already have a decent amount of text on them. Like, I'm excited. Like, that looks good.
Unveil. So, explorers, put on your wet boots and don't forget your paddle, because you're heading straight for the swamps.
I'm in. Solid. Very solid. Nice work. All right. After the video, do I want it? Yes, I do. I'd like to know more. I kind of don't have really much of an idea of what's going on in the game, but I do know I'm going down a swamp and with cool custom meeples and a neat plastic boat and getting special abilities and drawing fun cards that have lots of text on them. They're not just like +1 attack, -1 defense. Oh, that's fun. No, it's like some junk. Yeah, it looks good. I want to play. From the woods is a French board game company founded in 2021. Shot in the dark. France will be the #1 country here. France generally supports their game creators really well. Explorers of the Woodlands is funded on a Kickstarter single day and now available in 15 Actually, before I say that, I want to see what their numbers are. 12,000, yes. I do think it'll be nearly 50-50 France, United States of America. And I think it's going to be one of those times where that's... Oh, they just launched. Never mind. Just launched. So let's see. Make sure this isn't a dead link. So they do. I also like the fact that they have collaborator here, graphic designer. She's like, yeah, there's also this guy, but he's just the graphic designer. Don't get excited. Okay. And before you say, wow, that's really mean to graphic designers, I mean, a graphic designer is not going to be coming in there and answering your questions that you have about the solo mode, right? Conceivably. So let's see. So this is for 1 to 4 players. There is $74,000. Let's make sure people got their stuff. Yeah, that's a... See, and there's the thing. I feel like you got to zoom in on something. You have very distinctive art. If you want to showcase your art, I'm not a big fan of showcasing your art, but with your art, maybe. I have received the game. Unfortunately, you did not complete your pledge, manager. I already filled the shipping info. So this is from 11 months ago. So yeah, people got their stuff. Cool. And this is only the second thing. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Hopefully we'll beat around the bush. We get to the price of not only the game, but the game in the expansion. Ooh, I like the little emojis here. Welcome to Wildscale Swamps. Embark on a new journey. This is all the new stuff in the game. Looks cool. Free for crowdfunding backers. Not included in the retail edition. Okay. I might actually put that on there. You know, I know Kickstarter said we don't want it to look like a used car lot, but Kickstarter exclusive cool plastic boat. With the plastic boat was one of the few things that caught my eyes. Maybe. There's just so much better that could be done on that main image than currently is. Campaign mode. In addition to the standard game, Wildscale Swamps includes 3 new campaign scenarios. These can be played in order as one-offs. That's fantastic. Did you mention that anywhere here? Explore a fresh campaign. Yep. See, and I almost feel like that would have been a great way to go, like on that main image, is just go straight text. Just make sure the text is, you're going to have to reserve a large spot, but by mentioning, you know, campaign mode, 1 to 5 players. Okay, $25, 35, convert the currencies. That's just, come on. Come on, you know, majority of people are going to be from the United States of America, but I said it's probably going to be France, because France, big ups. Oh, not big ups. We got you, France. We got you. I told you it's going to be about a 50-50 split, though. That's still big ups to France. If this were many other countries in the world, it would be down there. So big ups to France for supporting your game designers. One day I will visit. 25 euros, 35 euros gets you the expansion. Whoa. Receive 1 copy of the revised edition of Explorers of the Woodlands, the core game. I don't want that. I want this, but I do like it. I would convert the currencies. It's especially now that you realize that the majority of people here are from the United States of America, and I'm sure you probably should know that, because I imagine on your first project it was majority United States of America. Even though I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I would be shocked if it wasn't. If you raise $35,000, generally you're going to have to get that U.S. rub. Yeah. Ooh, we got you there too. Let's go. All right. Wildscale, so $60. Jiminy Christmas. What's that after you convert the currency because you're too lazy to do it? 37. Yeah, nobody wants this. Yeah, who's getting the core game? Like, whatever. 62, 45. So that's a shame. That is absolutely. And this is a third of a point grade bump down for me. I go from not liking the main image. Well, I go from thinking, okay, the main image is fine, but we're zoomed so far out that it's not really helpful, to not liking the main image once I see some stuff and it's like, man, that feels like it could really be helpful to showcase, to just hating it because that's something I spotlight there. $62 in and out the door for this base game with the expansion. Like, that's such a good price. You don't really have to convince me a lot either. So I do like the fact that we led pretty early on with the price, but then again, I guess we didn't. Like, if you actually look at the page, we're roughly 38 to 42% of the way down. Okay. But still, it's not buried. So, extra power dice set. Well, I don't know why I want any of this. Is there a pledge level where I get all this? So, especially if you're not actually trying to sell me in some fancy, unnecessary pledge level where we lump all this in there, I definitely don't need or want any of this stuff. I can't imagine most people are going to take this, but whatever. Cool, it's there. 750 backer challenge. Free set of sleeves for all backers. Wow. I'd honestly, I'm more excited about a loot card. Let me know what you think about that. That's a really interesting question. Would you rather have a set of sleeves or 1 loot card? I'm taking the loot card. 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000. I don't care. Here, what sleeves? I got a whole pile. I got sleeves for days. I don't use that crap. I don't need it. I raw dog my games. Plus, there's too many games. Like, I don't play it enough. Except for Werewolf. That one I did. Unlock one additional end card. This is great. Cool. I put this higher because we're funded. I always say it. Let you go when you launch. Let's get funded. Let you go once you get funded. Let's hit all those juicy stretch goals you got. Playing with the river. Cool. We got a rulebook preview. Beautiful. Try the expansion. Tabletop simulator. Great. What is this? What is this? Bueller's is a preview? What is it? Snuggles ad. Nope, you don't get my time. Review. Preview. We just got a gameplay. Yeah, so that's, I feel like that's a big disappointment. Like, I don't feel like you really spotlighted your base game very well at all. Like, right? Like, get some quotes. Get some... So it's ranked 6,150, which means it was around hits, misses, probably about the middle. Like, generally, if you're in that ranking, if we go look at this, there's going to be a couple games, be like, yeah, I kind of like that game. But yeah, this one, yeah, Muffin, I kind of like Muffin Time. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's Dawn of Mankind. That was kind of fine. That was on like the death days of Tasty Minstrel, if I recall. Like, yeah, that was a fine game. It's fine. Yeah, so expansion, hopefully target from the fine to the good to the great for most people. At least how I look at it when I see that ranking. So yeah, let's check out the shipping. Because sometimes you'll see an expansion for like something that's like 10, 11, 12,000. I'm like, who's calling for this? Like, or I just assume your rule booklet was so god awful that people are like, just gotta get past the rule booklet. All right, so now we're up to $90-ish. So the shipping price isn't great, but luckily the price of your game was so dang good that I don't even care. $90 for a base game and expansion. It's fine. MSRP 60, 30. Like, I'm in. I'm done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, but I feel like you should show off that. Yeah, like this. Don't care. Completely wasted. This, I didn't even notice it, but once I did, I was like, oh, that looks nice. I just feel like we're zoomed so far out on so many things that we got to focus on something, and I don't potentially think that it's up there. What is the 50-50 pledge? Is there a 50? What is the 50-50 pledge? Is that a thing? You'll be able to select your preferred language in the pledge manager. Oh, so that's a France one. Is that like the shipping? Something like that? I'm curious. What is a 50-50 pledge? It is exclusive for French backers. Applies only to French language copies shipped within France. With this pledge, you'll pay 50% of the cost on Kickstarter, while the remaining balance will be paid directly to your winner-friendly local game store partners in France. Wow! I kind of love that. That's great. How many did they get on that? Was it 14? I mean, it's not a huge chunk, but it's still, man, it's 14 more people walking to their friendly local game store. I'm down for that. Let's check out the updates, FAQs, give this one a grade. Update. Great news, our first stretch goal has already been reached. Thank you. So we have 0 comments on 2. So I would up your updates, ask a question at a bare minimum, because right now you've talked into a room of 364 people twice, and no one has said anything back to you. Most likely, I'm going to guess, because these look like prepackaged updates that you had ready weeks in advance that have no heart, no soul, no nothing, no reason for me to respond. Just information and a generic thank you. When you could be like, just ask a simple question, even if it's, and as a content creator, I should be doing the same at the end of every video, but it really does help. All right, I didn't back the original Kickstarter. I ended up getting a copy from my friend local game store, but I was wondering, is there any way to get the exclusive card for the first Kickstarter +1? Total valid request. Well, we won't be selling the promo through retailers. Yeah. So yeah, going back to that BGG page, not this one. Where was it? I am curious to see, because I'm sure there was some quotes that you could have got from here, right? Or is it all previews? No, there's a review. Like, that's so weird when you go to a video now and it's like been out for like a couple months. And you're like, wait, all these videos are previews. It's like, that's not helpful. Well, it is, but not as. All right, so final grade for this one. All over the board on this one. Do I want it? Yes, I do. At the end of the day, I feel like it looks like a relatively fun game with a good price. It was a great price until I got to the shipping, and I imagine if you're in France, it's probably some pretty dang good shipping. Yeah, look at that. No shipping cost at all. Oh, big ups. Doing your people solid. No wonder you're getting that kind of results. That being said, the cost of the rest of the country does kind of suck. And and here's the thing. That's one of the things that I typically see with funds with a lot of stuff like this, where their cost is what sinks them, and why that United States of America is not just dominating everybody else. And here's what I'd say. Own your amazing price. Like, get rid of that stupid ass, just funded Kickstarter green blob that does nothing for no one in any situation. It's so useless, it's stupid, and I am insulting it to the high hells because it has not done anyone for anyone ever, at least on Kickstarter. Maybe if you're advertising on Facebook or something, different story. But once you're on Kickstarter, that's not helpful. You know what is helpful? $62 base game expansion. In and out. So, because here's the thing. At that point, I say, wow, I'm actually getting a deal. I'm getting an actual solid price, which doesn't happen all the time. On Kickstarter, especially. So then when I get to the shipping, I'm like, yeah, that shipping does suck, but the price is good. We're hitting stretch goals, and I'm already done. I feel like we need to own that way. I feel like just right from the jump. It's such a good thing. But at the end of the day, do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Not worried about it. You're not overextending yourself. It's not like you're making 16 boxes or anything like that. And then how much is it? It feels like a really solid price. The shipping's not great to the United States of America, but the actual just price feels really reasonable, which is saying a lot nowadays. So end of the day, I think mixed bag all over the board. I think the video is good. I think it's really good for returning backers. I want to look at those numbers too. Let's see returning backers versus new people. Let's see how many people they convinced. So, yeah, 291 on the returning to 14 just new people in general, 15. So 60? Yeah, 60. Yeah, I think that's why you lead with it. I know your expansion is $26, but I feel like this is one of those times where maybe you go with an AEG route, where AEG, they don't screw around with their Kickstarters anymore. They are very blunt with their main images, and I love it. And I feel like that would almost be a way to go with yours. Just like 62 bucks in and out the door. And this is an expansion. But yeah, end of the day, it's still solid grade. I'm going to go with a C+, I think. C+? Yeah. I think a C+ is good. A lot of stuff I like. Big ups to France, as always. Continue support. And I love the fact that I can just predict that. Like, I just consistently know, oh, they're from France, they're getting support. So kudos to France, as always. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 40,000 subscribers before I turn 40 next year. Just had my 39th birthday a couple of days ago. Celebrated with 2 of my kids getting 102 fevers. That's fun. Also, if you ever have a specific Kickstarter backer kit or game found project that you would like covered, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Or if you would like to have one done for your campaign, either pre-launch or after the fact, be sure to check out the Fiverr link down below. Go have a good one. Bye-bye.